I find it genuinely embarrassing how some Filipinos still talk like everything in this country has to be reduced to one brain-dead script. DDS versus Kakampink. A child dies from a gunshot, and somehow the first thing some of you manage to do is turn the issue into another cheap political shouting match. As if your entire personality depends on screaming your camp affiliation under every tragedy. How childish can you get? Seriously, can some of you level up the way you think and speak? Because the constant DDS kasi, Kakampink kasi routine is not intelligent. It's not insightful. It's not politically aware. It's squatter level discourse. It's kindergarten argument disguised as social commentary. It's the kind of shallow, low IQ noise people make when they have nothing meaningful to contribute but still want attention. A child is dead, and instead of discussing public safety, accountability, failed law enforcement, and a justice system that keeps failing ordinary Filipinos, some of you still act like your only purpose online is to wave your political color, like a desperate fan club member looking for validation. That is pathetic. Not every tragedy is about your camp. Not every issue needs your political branding. Not every dead child is a stage for your self-righteous performance in the comment section. Some of you really need to hear this. Shouting political labels is not the same as having a functioning brain. Calling people DDS or Kakampink every 5 seconds does not make you smart. It does not make you morally superior. It does not make you aware. It just makes you look emotionally stunted, intellectually lazy, and hopelessly addicted to online clout. Because what kind of unserious, emotionally undisciplined person sees a child get killed and thinks, perfect, time to make this about my political enemies? That is not activism. That is not critical thinking. That is not maturity. That is the behavior of people who have trained themselves to react like political fanatics with the emotional depth of a comment section troll. A child died, and instead of asking why the law feels weak, why justice is always delayed, why accountability is so soft, and why public safety in this country keeps failing, some of you are still busy acting like overgrown children in a never-ending schoolyard fight. DDS ka kasi! Kakampink ka kasi! Listen to yourselves. That is the level of discussion you bring to a child's death? Really? That is the analysis you are proud of? That is the best your brain can produce in a national tragedy? How humiliating. This is exactly why meaningful discussion in this country keeps getting buried under mountains of garbage discourse. Too many people are addicted to political tribalism because it's easier than actually thinking, easier than asking hard questions, easier than holding institutions accountable, easier than admitting that the real problem is a weak system. Weak enforcement, weak accountability, and a public that has become so distracted by camp warfare that it can no longer focus on the real issue. And the real issue is simple. A child died. The law feels weak. Justice feels soft and delayed. Public safety keeps failing. And instead of demanding accountability from the people in power, some of you, what? Are still acting like unpaid mascots for political teams. Grow up. Stop turning every tragedy into a color-coded pissing contest between political camps. Stop talking like your brain shuts down the moment you see a national issue. Stop acting like repeating DDS and Kakampink over and over is some kind of profound contribution to public discourse. It isn't. It makes you sound shallow. It makes you sound unserious. It makes you sound like the kind of person who mistakes noise for intelligence and tribal loyalty for critical thinking. And worst of all, it proves how many people in this country still don't know how to separate real issues from their own pathetic need for attention, superiority, and political identity performance. So for once, stop making everything about your camp, your ego, and your obsession with looking smart online. A child died. Try acting like an adult and focus on the actual problem. That's all for now. Bye.